Hey developers, how's it going? Today we're checking out FreeCodeCamp.org. Now, if you're a self-taught developer, there's a good chance you've heard of this platform. It's everywhere, it's free, and we're taking a look at it today. Now, last year I did a review of FreeCodeCamp on my main channel. That's popping up on your screen if you want to check it out. I thought we could come in with a new perspective for 2021, go inside the platform and see exactly what they're teaching you and see if this platform's worth it for you. So here is the landing page. I'm already signed in, so we're going to go ahead and click the yellow button. And here I am presented with all my learning path options. So we have the responsive web design certification, that's 300 hours. All of these are 300 hours. So JavaScript, algorithms, and data structures. Then we have front-end library certification, data visualization, APIs and microservices, quality assurance, scientific computing with Python, data analysis with Python, information security, machine learning, and some coding interview prep. So no matter which one you choose here, if you want to start at the very top, responsive web design, just going into it, it's going to be a 300-hour ordeal. Now, this is not exclusive to FreeCodeCamp. They're just trying to tell you this is going to take quite a bit of time to finish this. Now, if you don't know where to start, I would suggest just going into this first one here, responsive web design. It's a pretty gentle introduction, and that starts off with basic HTML and HTML5. And then they move you on to CSS. And by the time you get to the second half of this certification, you're working on some more advanced things like responsive web design principles, CSS Flexbox, and the grid. They also have you bang out a few projects here in this last module. Let's pop into one of these HTML lessons. You guys can kind of see the format. Let's try this one, Introduction to Basic HTML and HTML5. Just a basic introduction to HTML, what it is, what it does, what it looks like, how to add a top level heading, and then go to the first lesson, and they throw you into this interactive code editor. Now, to give you a little bit more context, I actually started using FreeCodeCamp in my early days of my coding journey. To be totally honest, FreeCodeCamp wasn't doing it for me. One of the biggest reasons is because this is a very DIY platform. You're not going to get all the information you need just by these short lessons. Now with the HTML maybe, but once I was getting into JavaScript back in the day, I was feeling very frustrated. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but this is what you're going to be working with throughout most of these certifications. You're going to have an interactive code editor here where you can run the code, test the code, and also get some help if you need it. So this is kind of your information panel right here. Here in the middle is where you're going to be coding, and then on the right is your output. Notice too that there aren't any videos here. Over the last couple years, FreeCodeCamp's YouTube channel has completely exploded. They do some awesome crash course style videos. So if you're having trouble with some of this stuff, I have seen in some of these lessons where they will attach or link to the appropriate YouTube video that they've created. Don't expect it for every lesson, but I would definitely check out their YouTube channel because they do have some really great videos. Now, further into the responsive web design cert, let's go down here into the CSS grid section, and you can kind of see it's the same concept. You have the instructions, you have a little bit of information here, have the code that you can run and play with, and then the output over here. Let's go into the JavaScript algorithms and data structure certification. Now, this is the one that I started with way back when. Actually, it was just a few years ago when I was a code newbie, but it seems like forever ago. And I completed this section, or most of it anyway, as part of an application for a boot camp. This stuff, when I was first working on it, was really hard for me. The format, it just didn't click for me. And I was kind of angry at FreeCodeCamp. I'm like, wow, they really set me up for failure. But in hindsight, the reality is that I had unrealistic expectations. I was like,
well, FreeCodeCamp can't teach me, they suck.
No, it's not just that cut and dry. This is really hard. It's going to take more than just one exercise or just one time reading something to get the information to stick and to transform it into something I can use. So if you're feeling frustrated using this platform, number one, you're not alone. And number two, it comes with the territory. Other items in the JavaScript, algos, and data structures cert include ES6, regex, debugging, basic data structures, basic algorithm scripting, OOP, functional programming, intermediate algorithm scripting, and JavaScript algorithms and data structures projects. You may have noticed there's a lot of stuff to learn in each of these certifications. I could go to any one of these and there's a ton of stuff. But once you click on the lesson, so let's go to change the prototype to a new object. So there's a little bit of instruction here, but odds are you're going to have to go somewhere else to get some more context about this concept. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's a Udemy course, whether it's documentation, there's a pretty good chance you're going to have to supplement this with other resources. And that's okay. Just coming in, know that these lessons are super short. To go elsewhere to supplement this is a natural thing. Let's check out some of their projects. If we go to JavaScript, algorithms, and data structures project, so there's a palindrome checker, a Roman numeral converter, Caesar's cipher, telephone number validator, and cash register. So nothing too crazy here. If we go to the Roman numeral converter, they have the instructions here. Convert the given number into a Roman numeral. All Roman numerals answers should be provided in uppercase. So you're kind of on your own here. If you want to get some help, you could go down there, get a hint, or ask for help. So they do have a forum here. I'm going to open that up because we'll check that out in just a second. And that leads me to, I think, one of the biggest pros of FreeCodeCamp. It is that the community of FCC is absolutely phenomenal. There are so many people in this community and a lot of people who are willing to help. And because so many people are using FreeCodeCamp, the odds are pretty decent that someone at this very moment is stuck on the same problem that you're stuck on. So if they haven't posted the problem, they're probably waiting for you to post it. So just know, no matter what, if it's JavaScript, Python, HTML, CSS, there are tons of people using these forums right now. Okay, it's 5 a.m. and 88 people are online in these forums. So you're never going to be alone working through this curriculum or doing anything else on FreeCodeCamp. So that is a really great benefit of FCC. The other benefit, let's just talk about the other pros right now. It's freaking free. I think FreeCodeCamp is a wonderful gateway into tech. There is no financial investment required, and it's a great way to get your feet wet and see if this career field is for you. They also have some non-web development stuff here with Python. They have scientific computing with Python. They even have QA and machine learning here and information security. Let's talk about the things that may not be so optimal. I know it's going to sound weird, but the fact that it's free. The reality is, people don't respect free things like they respect things they've paid for. If you paid $5,000 to access FreeCodeCamp, you're going to be there every day getting your money's worth. But because it's so easy to sign up, it's very easy to put on the back burner and be like, yeah. So that low barrier to entry is so great, but it also has a darker side because you're not paying anything for it. People aren't as attached, and there isn't that pressure to complete the curriculum or to get through these modules. The other thing some people may get frustrated with is the fact that the curriculum can be a little limiting, and you are going to so many other external places to get more of a complete picture about a topic. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing because you are getting out there and working on your problem solving skills, but for some people, I can see how this can be frustrating. All in all, I recommend checking out FreeCodeCamp for sure. It's free. If you don't like it, you don't have to stick around. No negative financial impact to you. They have a great community, and these certifications have so much stuff for you to do and interact with. I think it's definitely something you should check out as a new developer. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.